Hello everybody, welcome to my channel Ashley's Treasure, and today I am participating in the Junk Journal 3 little projects under 30 minutes. Last night I was watching this project where Margaret from Seven Plaza, she was back in March, she was doing the Mass Make March, and she did these things with book pages that she called, it's kind of a mouthful, it's easy book page tag bases with a pocket. I know it sounds like a mouthful, but it's really easy and I really wanted to try it, and since I saw that they were doing the new August collaboration, I thought this would be perfect. So I grabbed 3 pages from 3 different books, and all you have to do, it doesn't matter how big or how small. I got one from different types of book. This was from a garden encyclopedia, one was some kind of foreign book I got, and then the other one was from a book on flowers. And so all you have to do is fold them in half and then fold them up to make a little pocket. And what you do is that you glue the inside here. So here I'm getting my glue stick, and I realized I grabbed the wrong one. That was the empty one. So I went to go get another one, so I paused it for a second, and I forgot to start pushing play again. But all I did was that I glued them together after I folded them in half. I'll show you in a second, because I completely forgot. But yeah, here, you just fold it in half, glue them down, and then you'd press it down, make sure it's dry, and then fold up to make your pocket. It's that simple. So I started a timer on my watch for 30 minutes to make sure I don't go over it. And now I'm going to decide how I want to make the pocket, if I want like a little slant to them, if I want like a little curve to it, if I want the corners, edges and stuff. There's so many ways how you can do them. And so I got some different tools out. This one is just a straight angle corner punch. I really love using this one for making tags, so I used the biggest one I had on it, and I'm going to use that on the top. And then I'm just going to cut like an angle on here, because I like having numbers on my pages, but this one was upside down. It was bugging me, so that's why I cut that corner off, but not all the way down. So now it has like a little nice side pocket. And then this one I was debating, I wanted to have like part circle on here for a little gosh, I can't think of the word right now. I can't think of it right now. I'm drawing a blank. But yeah, just kind of using that to get into the pocket. And then I was debating if I should round the corners or not. And I end up just cutting the top again with the straight angles again with the largest one on there. And then this one I wanted to do different. I have this envelope punch, and it leaves this like really cool kind of like curve punch into it, so where you have to fold the flaps in for an envelope. But I thought it'd be nice for in a pocket. It gives like a nice little curve to it, and so I really liked how that turned out. And then I was thinking of curving the corners as well, so I got my Fisker's round corner punch, and I used the medium size one, and I really liked that. And so I thought, since those are curved, I might as well, instead of using like the other two, how I did the straight angle, I'm going to use the same corner punch on the top as well, so it all has curved edges. And so now I'm going to start gluing them down. I just glued the 2 sides on this one, and I'm using my art glitter glue and just pressing it down really good, letting that dry, then going to the next. This one, at first I only glued on the right. You can glue a little bit on the second, depends how big of a pocket you want, so it comes as a side pocket. And then this one again, I'm going to do same as the first one. I'm going to glue both sides and glue them down. Okay, so I went through my Tim Holtz paper dolls and his botanical flowers and the color palette collections, and I picked out some paper dolls. I used one of the big portrait ones and then 2 of the regular sized ones, and then I got a flower to go with it, because that's what I thought of at first, was because of the one all the way on the right, how the page has a bunch of flowers, and so I kind of had that feeling going on, and so that's why I looked for a flower to go with the paper dolls. And the one in the middle, I found that pink rose and I really liked it. I thought it fit her well, and so I kind of went off from that color, and I kind of just got like a bunch of different pink ephemera that was in the color palette collection, and kind of made like a little cluster. And then same with the one on the left. I was debating between these 2. I was debating between these yellow roses, which I did like, but I also found these ones. I don't know what type of flower are those. Daisy, a type of daisy. I really like the look of that, a lot more, I think. So I ended up going with that one. I was debating back and forth. Granted, it was kind of big and I couldn't quite fit it in there, but I just realized that, that's okay. I can always cut off the excess that's hanging off. And I really love this yellow butterfly. And so I liked the yellow and black and brown that was going on in here. So I went off from that and just kind of was playing with them. And it needed something else on the right. So I used this piece and I just cut out a random letter. A lot of times I like using a big letter or a number to go when I'm making a cluster. And so I just cut one out because I didn't know how else I'm going to be using that piece. So I just randomly cut out the letter N, and I end up using my little trimmer to make it straight because I can't cut straight for the life of me. And I end up using my scissors to cut the corners to kind of round them a little bit. I tried using my round corner punch, the Fiskars one, but that piece was so tiny I couldn't even get it in all the way. So and plus I wanted it much smaller than that anyways, so I just did it with my scissors really quick. And then I used this little sticker book that I recently got from Hobby Lobby, and at the last sheet, they have these clear stickers with some black like writing and music note and like stamps on it. And I really liked it because it needed something above the butterfly, and I accidentally put it too low that the butterfly completely covered it. So I used my tweezers and I was able to get it off, but it took some of the page with it, but luckily it still stuck, it still sticked, and I moved that up better. And I did speed this video up a little bit, not much. I just did it like almost 2 times the speed. But I got the butterfly and I finally got that music note where I wanted it. And I like this little collage that's going on for the pocket area. And so I think I got that planned out, how I'm going to glue them down. And then I'm going to I was trying to see if I could use any more of these stickers because I kind of liked the way that was going, and so I wanted to see if I could find one to put on this with all the pinks going on. And this one looks like one of those stamps they put on your mail, telling when it, the date it got approved and is getting shipped. It was one of those type of stamps. And then I couldn't find one that I liked that would go with the very floral one. This purple piece, I kind of end up going off with purple and green for this one. I was debating between these two portraits, but I really loved the little girl. But yes, the colors that I went off from was purple and green. And that purple card, I end up just using the corner because the rest of it would have been the girl would have covered the rest of it. So I'm like, why let it go to the waste? That's a pretty color. And so yeah, and I found this butterfly that was the perfect green that matched the tickets, and I really loved that butterfly. It really went with the colors of the flowers. And I found this little white one as well I really wanted to try using. And then I love this little tag, but I couldn't find a spot for it, so I thought, why not use that as a topper? So I folded it in half, and I actually quite liked that as a topper instead of like normally I use ribbons and stuff, but I liked that a lot more. And it's more flat, especially for a tag that big. And I was going back through that little sticker book and I was trying to find more things to use, but I couldn't quite. I was looking for like a yellow postage stamp since the other two had a postage stamp, and I couldn't find a yellow one. So and plus I think I had enough on there anyways. But I also found some white just plain old tissue paper that you have in gifts and stuff. And I like using that, and it's been years since I used it. It gives like a nice texture to things, and it just kind of whitens out a little bit, especially with how busy all them flowers are. Thought having that behind her kind of made her focus more instead of getting lost in all them flowers. I think that kind of helped a little bit, and I really like that. So then I started adding it with all the tags and behind everything, just a little bit here and there. And I really like that, just to have some fun texture behind it and gives some more character and everything. I always love adding texture to projects. So I was just kind of tearing little pieces here and there. It didn't need a lot. Although when you apply glue on it, it makes it kind of darker, not as white. It makes it more blend in with what you have behind it, so it's less noticeable. So if you don't want it to do that, only glue the parts that's going to be covered with something else. Otherwise, if you don't mind that, you can just add like glue stick on it or something, but it is going to be, less noticeable. So that's one thing to know about tissue paper. So I end up adding more behind all of them. I glued everything down since I finally figured out how I was going to apply them. And I found this purple postage stamp from actually my husband got a card, and it had these really pretty floral postage stamps on there. And so I added one on there because of the purple. And now I'm just going through my hole reinforcers that I already had pre-punched, and I was looking for a black one, but I found this like craft color one, and I really like that because there's already, two parts that have brown on there, so I thought I could use one more brown thing on there, since the letter N has brown, the center of the flowers have brown, and then that has brown. And then I found this kind of like it's like a light red, kind of dark pinkish color one that kind of matched that flower a little bit for the pink one. And then I actually end up using a metal eyelet for this one because it already had a hole in it. And so it made me want to put an eyelet in it. And this color is like a metallic gun, I think is what they called these eyelets, because it gives that like darker silver color. And I really liked that. Although I did have to punch the hole a little bit bigger, because the hole was too small for that eyelet, so I had to punch it bigger and then put the eyelet in, but I like where that is going. And then I couldn't find my distress ink, the walnut stain that I normally use to distress, or vintage photo I was using. And I don't know where I put it. It was not there. I could find the oxide, but not just the regular ink. And I don't like distressing, edges and stuff with the oxide. I prefer the regular ink. And so I just had a little bit of ink left in my dauber that I use. And so luckily I was able to distress some of the stuff on there. And now I'm going through my numbers. That's what I use for the letter N for the ABC April collaboration. For the letter N, I'd made numbers. And so I'm going to use some of them in here. This one had the number 10. It was blue. And I bordered it with the red paper, which kind of went with the reds and pinks that were going on. And then one's just black and white. And then I was trying to add one on this one, and I just couldn't find the right spot for it. I was going all over the place. I even tried the back, and it just didn't look right. So that one, sadly, did not get a number, but the other two did. And so now I'm punching a hole to where the hole reinforcers are so that I can add something on there. And I found these little wings that I found from the thrift store. It's actually like a type of fabric, and I really thought that was really interesting, and I thought she would look really cute with little wings behind it, like almost like a little fairy or something. I don't know. I just thought they were really cute, and so I cut them in half and then added just the tip of them behind her, so that way they can still, move and can fiddle with them and whatnot and look like she's flying. And I thought it was really cute. And so I'm just kind of sneaking that underneath behind her and using the tweezers to kind of get in there, and that really helped. And so now I think I kind of got them all done. But then I realized, oh yeah, I didn't have any ribbon on there. And I forgot to hit the record, but I made it to 29 minutes. 29 minutes and 58 seconds. So I got it done with 2 seconds to spare. So I was pretty proud of myself. But these are the ribbons that I normally use. I found a light pink, and I was going to use black, but I actually ended up using this yellow one for that one. And so, yeah, I was pretty proud of myself. I did all 3 of these in just shy of 30 minutes. So I was pretty proud of myself. But here's the little pocket, and I did glue the left side on there. I did end up gluing that down. And so now just the top is open now. But I really love how that turned out. And, you can always add stuff in the back to journal and stuff. You can glue this right onto a page and use it like a side pocket or something, and you can also use a pocket here as well. It's just so many different ways how you can use it. And I thought they were really cute, and it was like a fun little project to do. And here I'm showing where the tissue paper is and stuff. Yeah, I really like how that turned out. And here's the large one, the floral one. I really love this one. I love the flowers that were going on. I love the colors. And there's the tissue paper, the number, the extra stamp that I put in, her little wings. Look at her little flutter wings. I thought that was so cute. But yeah, it was a fun, quick, easy project. Um, and I was really inspired by Seven Plaza, her version of doing it. And so I wanted to try it too. And I was proud of myself because I was able to make 3 of them in less than 30 minutes. So if you like it, you should try it too. I was wondering, which one's your favorite one? Is it the yellow one, the pink one, or the floral one with the greens and purples? I actually think the yellow one's my favorite. But if you like it, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.